6:30. And in Cinema 3, The Kid Who Would Be King, PG, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. That's your lineup, and if you've forgotten all that, don't forget our 24-hour show info number, 365-7900.
Looking to shed those extra holiday pounds? Do you tend to gain weight back after a successful dietary loss? Get help from a pro. Dr. Raymond Quattro at Health First Community Health Center is board certified in weight loss medicine and has successfully guided many patients through both successful weight loss as well as showing them how to keep the weight off for good. He has extensive experience in the use of all new weight loss medications, and he is well versed in the science behind a successful weight loss program. Call our Arlington office at 270-905-4084 to schedule a consultation. At Health First Community Health Center, your health is our first concern.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors & More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality flooring and workmanship. Perry's Floors & More carries luxury vinyl plank and luxury vinyl tile, carpet, window treatments, and more. Brands like Mannington, Shaw, Tarkett, Beaulieu, and Flexitech. Quality brands, excellent customer service, combined with 40 years experience is why they say you can walk on our reputation. See Bill and Lucy at Perry's Floors & More, 127 West Market Street, Princeton.
This is Mallory Hancock Lawrence, and we love our Caldwell and Lyon County friends. We invite you to come to Cada's anytime you can to shop with us. We're making it even easier for you. Whether you work in Cada's or just come to town for a visit, stop in and shop with us. But if you're in a hurry, you can pre-order your groceries at HancocksNeighborhoodMarket.com. It's so easy and convenient. Of course, we want to see your smiling face anytime we can, but if you're in a hurry, HancocksNeighborhoodMarket.com is the way to go. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Cada's.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Good morning. It is 56 at 8:32. I didn't know the temperature was supposed to drop, but it is still raining. Be careful out there. The water is pooling. Got some flash flood warnings going on, so just be careful if you're out there. We're joined this morning by a group of ladies. We have and a gentleman. We have Robin Smith, Natalie Lee, Denise Parshall, and her son Connor. We're going to talk today about a subject that doesn't really get talked about a lot. We're going to talk about homeschooling. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining, and gentlemen. Sorry, I keep forgetting we have an extra in here. And so, Denise, I think I talked to you first. Mm-hmm. So, you are a homeschooler for how long have you been homeschooling?
We are finishing our 14th year. Okay.
And that's a long time.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It went fast, though.
It does.
Yes,
it does. I mean, something that maybe not everybody knows, I homeschooled my children as well. Mm-hmm. From my daughter from 1st grade on, and then my son from 8th grade on. So I know a little bit about this. But talk to me about what, if I'm just now getting started in homeschooling, you know, what can I expect? What do I need to do?
Wow. That's a good question. I would do a lot of research, which is one thing that I had done when we decided to homeschool. My daughter had gone to public school in kindergarten. We decided to homeschool in 1st grade also. I knew nothing about homeschooling, so I did a lot of research. I talked to people who homeschooled. We had several families in our church that homeschooled, and I talked to them, and I checked out books at the library. There was some information at our public library, and so I did a lot of research. HSLDA, the Homeschool Legal Defense Association, is a great resource online for beginning homeschool information.
Okay. And yeah, that's, you know, and it varies by state. I know you said you started in a different state.
Well, we actually started in Kentucky, but over in Bowling Green.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were in a different state.
No,
you were just in a different city.
Yeah, my husband was a recruiter over there.
I understand. Okay. Yeah. All right. And ladies, now, Robin and Natalie, you're both from Princeton?
I am. Not originally, just we've been here about 3 or 4 years now.
But okay, but you're in Princeton. Yes. Okay, so it's really hard when you first get started if you don't know someone that has homeschooled. I was fortunate. I had a friend who had a family member that did, so I was able to say, you know, tell me what direction to go. Like Denise, like you said, you checked out books, you went online, did a lot of research, and you said, okay, we're going to do this. Ladies, I understand there is a support group here in Princeton. Yes?
Yes.
Talk to me about that support group.
Well, when me and my husband moved here about 3 or 4 years ago, we were already homeschooling, but we found that there was a local homeschool group here, and we thought that that would be, very essential for our kids to have, that social outlet and connection. So we just decided to start a group, and so we did, and so here we are.
All right. And what does this group do? I mean, what does it mean to have a homeschool support group?
We mostly support in person, not really so much just online. It's more in person, and we do a lot in the community, being involved and knowing how the community works and using that education to help our kids. So maybe when they get bigger, they'll understand more about how community works. And so we take field trips and to the post office and the recycling center and the senior center and newspaper office, just different things to expose them to how community works.
So this is a way to offer children, homeschool children, the same types of activities that a public school child would have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only in just a different setting.
Right.
And then for parents to get together and say, look, these are some of the challenges I've seen. And then we've got that big one, the one question that I always got, what I'm going to ask, ladies, right? What am I going to? Yep. How do you get socialization? And this is how we get it, right?
That's right.
We get these groups together. What kind of, Connor, what is like your favorite activity that maybe the group does?
Probably my favorite would be just sometimes we just get together. We go to movies. We go to movies in the theater in Princeton. We do field trips. We go to factories, see how things work, things like that. Things where we just get together. We learn how things work, go behind the scenes of people in the community, meet business leaders, and I think that's a really good thing to have to help build social skills and build connections in the community.
Yes. He's a smart kid, isn't he? And so
I think so.
Yeah, right?
I've had a good teacher.
Oh, there you go. Good job, boy. So
brownie points.
That's right. How long have you been homeschooled?
I have been homeschooled now 11 years, I think.
All right. And you're 15?
16.
16. All right. So he's the one you started in first grade?
My daughter. She's
Okay.
actually in college now. She's a junior in college.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah.
He's my youngest.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. Awesome. Robin, tell me about your experiences here homeschooling in Princeton, Caldwell County.
We have a lot of good experiences. We've been homeschooling, I think this is our 9th year, and my boys have always been homeschooled. And we participate in both the groups, the WKCHE and the Holistic Homeschoolers. And so we stay pretty busy with the field trips for both groups, the co-ops where we get together and have classes with the other students and parents. And so we stay pretty busy doing all that kind of stuff. And then there's the 4-H groups as well that we participate in.
Okay, you just gave me a bunch of
The
things that we need to know what those things are. So first of all, let's talk about the
WKCHE.
Okay.
That's the West Kentucky Christian Homeschool
Educators.
Home educators. And I call it the big group because it's got more people in it. And we mostly meet in Marion, which is where we started our homeschooling journey in Crittenden County, and now we're back in Princeton because this is where my husband works.
Okay, and then the other thing you mentioned.
The Holistic Homeschoolers is the group here in Princeton that meets mostly at the public library, and it's a smaller group, but we do just as many activities.
And that's the one that Natalie
That's the one
started.
that Natalie's in charge of, yes.
And what is a co-op?
That's basically our school days. We get together every other week, and the parents volunteer to lead classes and break the students up into ages, and we have school.
Okay, but is that the only thing you do for academics?
No, we have all the classes at home, and this is just extra benefit, that bit of socialization and getting the kids together with other kids of their own age and different ages. And also to have someone else teach certain subjects, it kind of helps you learn if your kid needs to learn a different way, if they're picking it up differently from someone else.
And sometimes the co-ops, they're led by parents who have a more specific knowledge of that particular subject, correct?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
I think that helps too with if some things are better learned in a classroom setting. So if you can learn it with a group of other peers, I think that helps too with certain things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's probably individually, each child learns their own way, and for you, you're saying you learn well in a class setting for some things.
Yeah, some things it helps. I like to socialize a lot. So for me, sometimes if I can learn it in a group of peers, it's just helpful to bounce ideas off each other and work together to figure things out and things like that.
Gotcha. What kind of co-op classes are available through your homeschool groups?
This year, we're doing sign language and science, and we've been doing some history and more science. We kind of just, depending on which families are able to attend and how many we have, then, but in the past we've did geography and just an array of subjects.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much all the subjects are covered at some point, but this year you've just got those particular ones covered.
We've got some great high school classes in our co-op this year. There's a logic class for the high schoolers. My husband and I actually are teaching a business class, which Connor's in, and that's been a lot of fun. So there's some good classes.
Yeah.
There's a
biology
the biology lab.
Mm-hmm.
The sciences do well in a co-op setting. I think that's kind of what Connor was referring to.
Oh,
also.
Because they can work with partners on
Right.
projects.
Like
in
dissections?
biology, they're doing
Labs.
dissections and labs and stuff.
I'm
Those
not a
work
fan
well.
of dissections. But
But you got to do it, right?
But it helps when you have other people doing it with you.
Sure.
yeah.
Helps to encourage you. All right, ladies, I'll tell you, one of, we touched on when we started the conversation, one of the most important things when we are deciding, do I want to put my child in public school or is homeschooling better for me, is to have that support. This group is set up for that, correct?
Yes.
So if I'm a new parent and I need some information, who can I contact?
You could contact me, Natalie. You can call me, 270-217-2405, or you can get the information at the George Coombe Public Library. You can find us on Facebook. It's Holistic Homeschoolers of KY. Our co-leader, Tiffany Odell, she manages our Facebook page, so she keeps everything updated on there. We also, you could just Google us and find information, and then we can help you get started on starting out, learning styles, scheduling, curriculum, and most importantly, the laws and policies and just, the legal part of getting started.
HSLDA. Can't say enough about that.
Yes, that's great. Great resource.
Where, when is the next meeting? When and where, and what do I do if I want to come to it?
The next time we meet will be next week on Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the emergency department to do a field trip and let the kids learn all about that. And then our next co-op will be the week after. We meet every other Friday at 1:30 to 3:30, and anybody is more than welcome to just stop in, get a feel for it, see if it's something that they're interested in, if they think it might work for them, and then you can get more information and register that way.
All right. Does anybody else have anything else they'd like to add?
I had one more thing.
Yes.
I'm more involved with the group in Marion, but we actually have a parents meeting coming up here on February 19th at 6 p.m. and it'll be at Polly Eyes here in town. And Janet Rayleigh from the Madisonville Community College will be there to talk about I'm going to actually look here on my list. She's going to talk about dual credits, scholarships, requirements for dual credit classes, HSLDA, homeschooling high school, transcripts, credits, and suggested courses. So she's going to have a lot of good information.
All right.
So that's February 19th at 6 p.m. here in town at Poly Eyes.
Excellent. And just for the record, HSLDA, we did not cover. Homeschool Legal Defense Association is...
It's a great resource.
Yes. Tell me what that is.
Well, it's I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay. It's a group of lawyers.
Yes.
That have gotten together and said, we are on, that they've learned the laws of all the states.
Yes.
Homeschooling and what's required, and they're there if we need legal advice.
Right.
Correct.
And you do have to be a member to get that legal advice, but you can call them with any question and they'll advise you. But to get the advice from the lawyers, you do have to join, and it's very affordable.
And I think it goes farther than that, doesn't it? I think I participated in like a poetry contest.
Oh, they offer classes, online classes. They offer all kinds of stuff. It's a great resource.
And the fee is very nominal.
Yes, we pay $11 a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then with the HSLDA membership, that is also considered a teacher ID. So when you go places that you need discounts, you just show them your HSLDA membership card, and you get the same discounts that public school teacher would get. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, ladies. Anything else we need to talk about before we move on?
I think Natalie covered a good bit of it.
You think that was that was a good bit of it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in and providing a resource for new homeschool parents who just need to know what to do. Where do I go next? I really, and it might not be, homeschool's not for everybody.
Right.
And that's another thing I think we needed to touch on. Just because you start homeschooling doesn't mean you have to finish it.
Right.
And just because you start public schooling doesn't mean you have to
There's options.
stay there. So I think that's important for everybody to remember.
Sure.
So all right, thank you all so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate having you with us.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
It's warm, it's wet, but it is winter. Showers and thunderstorms today with a high of 65. Showers and thunderstorms continue overnight with an overnight low of 65. Showers and thunderstorms again tomorrow, high getting to 69. It's going to be breezy tomorrow. Scattered showers tomorrow night with an overnight low dropping to 23. Sunny skies for Friday, but a high of only 32. Showers and thunderstorms today, high of 65.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Kay's Kitchen.
Did you know you could be eligible for a rebate when you install a new propane water heater, a new propane range or cooktop, or a propane clothes dryer? You can even get a rebate for installing or replacing a water heater or your primary heating system. This great opportunity is made possible by the Kentucky Propane Education and Research Council, available to Kentucky residents only. There are specific guidelines and requirements, and funds are dispersed on a first-come, first-served basis. Contact Fort York Gas Princeton for details. 270-365-5545.
Henorial Home Medical is the only company located in Western Kentucky that stocks all your home medical equipment. Power wheelchairs, beds, oxygen, braces, diabetic shoes, CPAP, stair lifts, ramps, vehicle lifts, walk-in tubs, and thousands of other items, all at prices that beat the internet and other stores. If your doctor or hospital prescribes equipment, tell them you choose Henorial Home Medical. Local quality service for over 35 years. Call 1-800-445-8002.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength